Okay.
Hello, Prince. Have a nice day.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you. Today, we are going to talk with one of our graduated students in the last year as a best scorer student of our faculty from the Marine Engineering Department. So he is now one of my colleagues as a professional engineer. So I'm pretty happy. So I prepared some of the small surprises because of the pandemic period, and I wear my own uniform. I thought about that. Maybe Prince, you couldn't join the vessel. That's another case, and you are not together with your friends, so that maybe you missed your chief engineer. Then I wear my uniform. Here I am, and I brought some more things for you. And you know that it's a great spanner with me. Just if you miss the vessel, and another thing for the spanner. The tankers. Now for the bunkering operation, you have one
bunkering
safe VHF, right? It's the express one. And the third thing is a prize from me. Now this is a diesel engine for you.
Oh,
if you missed them, now I brought them all for you. Prince,
thank you very much.
Can you tell a little on your own story? Where did you born? How did you start your education? Can you please give a brief expression, please?
Okay. First, my name is Prince Jim Lawson. I'm Nigerian, and I was born in Port Harcourt. It's the oil city of Nigeria. So I'm starting from a young age. In my city, we have the oil tankers and the gas tankers coming in and taking the oil. There's a lot of tankers coming into my city. So it was very fun for me. I really enjoyed seeing that. And I think I picked a little bit of interest in.
Oh, terrible. Let's keep this one as an engineering fault. No problem. I would like to keep it will be a little funny, I guess, because that's what I would like to do. Everybody is so serious on these video recordings all the time. So a little more fun with our students will be great, I guess, especially for our international students who stayed in their houses in Cyprus. How about how did you decide to come to Cyprus? How did you choose that?
Okay. In Nigeria, we have the university agents. They actually assist with the universities. They help you find the universities. So I visited one of the agents and I told him, okay, I want to do marine engineering. And this is my budget, because if I don't give him a budget, he will send me maybe to England, So I told him, okay, this is my budget. And he said, okay, I have a very good university for you. The Kyrenia University of Kyrenia in Cyprus. And I looked it up in the internet and I said, okay, it's a good one. And then we started the process.
And how about later on, when you come to Cyprus, what was the first thing you felt on your own in an island in the Mediterranean Sea? Have you ever been in another country before you come to Cyprus?
No, not. I have, but at a very young age. I was pretty little. I went out with my mom to Ghana, but it was the first time I was being on my own as an adult. So I was a bit nervous because I'm used to having my mom around, so it's just me. But when I came to Cyprus, it was okay. I mean, it was an island, so there's a whole vibe that comes with being on an island. The weather, the brightness, it's a beautiful place.
How about when you come here, when you start talking with the people, or how many period you stayed in the dorms?
Okay, I stayed in the dorms for my first semester because I needed to have some friends so I could have a housemate. At first I tried to get an apartment on my own, but I couldn't really find one. So I realized I had to have a housemate. So I stayed in the dormitory for just one semester. Mm-hmm. Then I left during the summer and I got a place with my friend.
It was comfortable for you?
Yes, very comfortable, yes.
That's very good. So how about in our department, for the marine engineering department? How was your experience?
Perfect.
Really?
Although sometimes we had some tough times, as is normal in every university. I mean, no university is perfect, so we had some tough times. But the good thing is we were able to fix our issues to the best of the department's capabilities. We were able to tackle some problems. You know, being a new university, Kyrenia is more or less a new university, so of course they can't get everything right. So it's our job as the students to come forward with the problems that we notice and bring their attention to it, and they try to, in their best possible way, to amend the issues. So yeah, it was okay. It was okay in the department and the university.
How about your seagoing trainings? How did you arrange them? Did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't hear you. What did you say? It's kind of breaking.
I will repeat it, no problem. How did you arrange your seagoing training?
Okay, so in my third year, I'm speaking with him already. I mean, he's the one interviewing me. So we have a wonderful relationship, and you're not just like a lecturer to me. I told you, you're like my godfather. So I spoke with you about it, and you assisted under the university, not just independently. Under the university, you assisted me with the seagoing training.
So which type of vessel it was?
Chemical tanker. Malta, it was a Malta flag, 7,000 deadweight ton chemical tanker.
Which nationality all the crew members were?
Everyone was Turkish. I was the only foreigner.
You were the only foreigner. So did you had any idea about that? You were the first person in a Turkish vessel. Did you experience that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
You were only the one and the first, and I don't know. And in the future, I'm extremely sure about that. We have a very good relations with some of the special companies, and our Marine Career Center is now following these cases, and we are trying to get some more flag approvals. You know those procedures, and you helped me a lot when you were together with me in the university. So I'm still following the same thing. So now, do you have a proper documents in hand to join the vessels?
Yes, I can join the vessels now, but I already finished my training period, so I'm just waiting for the airports to open. You know, because of the whole virus and pandemic thing, it's slowing me down a little bit. But once the airports are open, I'll be flying to Ghana to fix my COC, my Class 3 COC. So in Ghana.
You are a Nigerian, but you're gonna take your COC from Ghana. What is your advice to your colleagues for the graduated students? What they have to do as the first when they are in our university? What is your opinion about that?
The very first thing they have to do is to love what they're doing. From my experience, trust me, you cannot be even a sailor, not even about the marine engineer now. Even you cannot be a sailor even if you are working on the yacht that just goes to the Marmara or something, if you do not love the job. Because trust me, on every contract, you will have a test of the love for the job. The ship might be perfect, but you might have problem with the crew. The crew might be perfect, it might be with the ship. The ship and the crew might be perfect, but trust me, you could have the slightest problem as the chef.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not serving the food that you like. So the very first thing I'm going to tell anybody is you have to love the job. And secondly, you have to be informed. You need to have information, because if you do not have information, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And in the marine industry, in my opinion, if you make some mistakes, it's hard to come back from that.
I got it.
Because it's a very strict and professional industry. So you have to know what you're doing. So you need to learn as much as you can. And I'm not even talking about the technical stuff. I'm talking about your regulations, your documentations, your rights, especially your rights. You need to know these things.
Absolutely. So thank you very much for these information. It will be very helpful to your colleagues. I'm extremely sure about those things.
Thank you.
So, I want to ask you one special thing which you face with. I would like to be sure about one thing. The students are getting any salary or something else, how they are managing their life when they join on board. Can you please express some experience? Did you visit any other countries? Because you were in the tanker, right?
Yes. Right now, I've been on 2 contracts, total of 13 months. I've visited about 20 countries, about 40 cities. It's fun. If you love traveling like I do, it's fun because the moment you receive the message from the company, we are going to maybe Naantali, Finland, or you're happy you're going to Finland. But sometimes, it was a small vessel, so the loading or the discharge operation takes maybe 24 hours. So sometimes you can't go out, sometimes you can go out. But for the traveling experience, it was nice. I visited a whole lot of countries, a lot.
So I guess that even United States visited by you, right? You went there.
Yes, I was in the U.S. I was in Port O'Connor in Texas, and I was also in I forgot the name now, but I was in the U.S. Although you cannot go out in the U.S. without a visa.
That's right, but it is the same for everyone, right, on board? Yeah,
same for everyone.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that you are Turkish or you are in another country. It doesn't matter because
I only experienced this problem in Dominican Republic. On my last contract, I was not the only foreigner. We had Georgians also. So in Dominican Republic, we had the immigration on board, and the immigration said only the Turkish could go out. The Nigerian and the Georgians can't go out. And we said, okay.
Never mind. Sometimes it's happening.
Yeah, sometimes immigration, yes.
That's up to the bureaucratic failures which may arise for the sailors facing with similar troubles. From which profession it doesn't matter, or which level it doesn't matter. So one of my question about that. Okay, you visited some places. So how did you pay? Did you pay everything from your pocket? Did you have enough money? No. Did they pay to you?
Yes, as a cadet on board, you are paid the salary, but as you know, the salary changes from company to company. Some companies pay as low as $100. Some companies pay as high as $1,000. So if you're lucky with the good companies, you'll get a salary. But in the Turkish maritime industry, as a cadet, you do not pay for anything. It's like a Turkish, how do I say? It's like a Turkish culture, for the sailors.
Yeah.
The cadets don't pay for anything. You just tell your second engineer or your chief engineer or even the officers. If you go out with any of them, they tell you, no, you don't pay for anything.
So they are paying into the name of you?
Yes. Everything you want, they are paying.
So still our tradition is going perfect. That's what I feel here. Yeah. Now, what I'm going to request from you, and you are very famous in our university. Everybody know you, mostly. Maybe the newcomers in this year will learn some more about you in this video, or if they watch it especially. So you learned some Turkish, right?
Yes, of course. 1 year on board, I was speaking only Turkish. So yeah, I speak Turkish. And I live in Turkey. So yeah, I speak Turkish.
That's another point which I don't want to pass to. Where do you live now?
Istanbul.
In Istanbul. And you choose by your own, right?
Yes.
Do you have a resident permit, or what are you doing? How do you stay there?
Yeah, I applied for the resident permit, but as you know, the pandemic is slowing down the process. So, but I already applied with the immigration, so probably next month I will have it.
So who arranged those matters for you? Because you need some support from outside, from one company you have to work.
Yeah, from my company.
The company, the shipping company arranged that, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That's very good, very good. So you are in plan to live in Istanbul in the future?
Yeah, maybe maximum 2 to 3 years I will be in Istanbul.
I was just wondering about that. You would like to get you know that in Turkey there's a special regulation for that, and in 5 years you can get a if you have a residential permit, then you can be the citizen, have a chance to be the citizen of Turkey in 5 years.
Yes, I know. Yeah, this is possible. Yes.
You have a citizenship. It doesn't matter. It's not a matter, I guess. Okay, now I would like to turn back to my first question, of course. Do you have now this is my, first of all, excuse me for asking a special issue directly in this meeting. But if you learned some Turkish, if you have a very good story to tell us, to tell your friends, do you share with us? Would you like to tell a story in Turkish? All right. Try a little. Try a little, and then you can tell your story in English later on. All right. You can do it by random.
Okay.
But I just would like to be sure about that. What was it about? What was the story about?
The engine. We had an engine problem.
Really?
On my last contract.
Because of you?
No, not because of me.
Great, great. Very nice. Okay, come to me.
Okay. Eski gemiden biz yeni sefer geldi. Portekiz, Meksika.
Evet.
Tamam, herkes biraz korkuyor çünkü Atlantik Okyanus gidiyor. Hava belki çok kötü hava. Küçük gemi. Mesela büyük gemi sıkıntı değil. Ama küçük gemi herkes korkuyor. Ama ben çok mutlu çünkü experience istiyor. Tamam. Evet. Mesaj geldi. Kim istiyor, kim istemiyorum. Mesela istemiyorum. Portekiz ayrılmak istiyor olur. Ondan sonra biz okyanus çıktı. Kaç gün sefer? 27 gün sefer. Tamam, her şey iyi. Normal operasyon yapıyor. Ondan sonra Bahamas'da bunker operasyon yaptım. Yakıt aldım orada. Freeport'ta. Tamam. Sıkıntı yok. Her şey normal. Biz Meksika demire geldi. Makine stop ettim. Sıkıntı yok. Ondan sonra mesaj geldi. Pilot 2 saat sonra geliyor. Tamam. Makine takımı herkes aşağıda. Çalıştı makine çalışmıyor. Çalıştı makine çalışmıyor. Ne oldu? Ondan sonra makine çıktı. 1 saat, 30 dakika, 45 dakika alarm geldi. Ana makine shutdown yaptım. Otomatik shutdown. Evet. Otomatik shutdown. Ondan sonra ne oldu? Herkes panik yapıyor. Çakçıbaşı aşağıda geldi, ikinci çakçı aşağıda geldi. Herkes aşağıda bakıyor, ne oldu? Ondan sonra alarm history baktım. Gördüm, ana yatak derece çok yüksek.
Temperature,
hemen, evet, main bearing temperature was very high. Hemen makine kapakları açtım. Bizim makine Watts'la 32. Watts'la 32 6 silindir. Tamam, hepsi kapakları açtım. Tek baktım, çakçıbaşı, ben, ikinci, tek. Zaten biz 3. mühendis değil ama ben 3. mühendis gibi çalışıyor. Biz baktım, 1 numara sıkıntı yok, 2 numara sıkıntı yok ama 5 numara sıkıntı var. Tamam, ondan sonra pilot mesaj verdim, yok biz hazır değil, git. Tamam. Bu saat sabah, vallahi 12'ye kadar biz çalışıyor. Ondan sonra teknik müdür mesaj gönderdim, ne yapacağız. Ondan sonra biz 5 numara koy yaptım. Conrod delik var. Bir tane delik var Conrod'da. Orada kol taktım. 5 silindir limana gitti. Vallahi bir zaman ama senin ders, Volkan Hoca senin ders dizel engine 2'yi sen söyledin orada. Mesela 8 tane silindir, 7 tane olur. Emergency ama bu ilk defa görüyor böyle. Tamam. Çok vibration yapıyor. Çok. Ondan sonra demir, liman yanaşma yaptım. Tahliye yaptım. Ama Amerika'da bizim kiracı stres yapıyor. Amerika'da bir tane yük lazım. Orada yük yükleme lazım. 5 yılında Amerika'da gitti.
Bravo.
5 yılında Amerika gitti. Ondan sonra Coast Guard geldi. Ondan sonra tekrar 5 yılında gitti Dominika'da. Dominika'da biz bakım yaptım. Servis geldi. Çok adam geldi. Bu zaman çok zor zaman. 24 saat sadece 2 saat yatıyor. Bazen 3 saat yatıyor. Ama nasıl güzel biliyor musun? Herkes çok mutlu. Herkes beraber çalışıyor. Ego falan yok. Herkes aşağıda, herkes gidiyor. Ondan sonra teknik müdür geldi. Biz yaptım. Makineyi sefer devam et. Ama bu zaman çok stres yaptı. Herkes çok... Ben bir tane fotoğraf var. Valla manyak gibi.
I got it. Thank you very much for speaking in Turkish and telling your story in Turkish. And if you would like to just give us special information about your story in English to your international.
Okay.
And I'm ready to listen to you again as a story, because the solved problems, and the problems are facts. That's normal. That's why we are there, right?
Yes.
In that period, anyhow, you reached to a very good condition, and you delivered the vessel to the other crew members later on. Therefore,
Yes.
sometimes these headaches comes, but later on, then you're gonna apply. Sometimes you are using pills. Sometimes you are getting an operation to sort out. So it's pretty good. Now, give a small, short speech for your own story, but with your own words. Then. You may proceed later on.
Yeah. Okay. So I was saying before, we had a voyage from Portugal to Mexico. Arriving in Mexico, Anchorage, we stopped the engine. But when it was time to berth in the port, we realized we had engine faults. The engine couldn't start. So we had to tell the pilot to leave, and we opened up the main engine covers, the crank cases, the crank doors rather. Opened them up and we checked, and we realized that we had lost our number 5 cylinder, but we had to berth as soon as possible. So we created like a bypass, not really a bypass, but we kind of blocked the cylinder, number 5 cylinder, and we went into the port with just 5 cylinders. The engine was a Wärtsilä 32 engine with 6 cylinders, inline engine. So we did it with the 5 cylinders, and the vibration was so much. In the classes with my hoja, with my lecturer, we had talked about this scenario, but it was the first time I was seeing something like this. So after Mexico, we went to America, same condition. We had the Coast Guard in America. And after America, we went to Dominican Republic with the same condition. And in Dominican Republic, we fixed it. It was a very difficult time. Sometimes we were sleeping only 2 hours, only 3 hours. But the good thing is everybody was working together as a team. We had a technical manager on board, and it was a very good. We had the service team also, the external service team from Istanbul. We did the job, and then we continued our voyage, and I signed off. But everything was good. As at the time of sign off, I left the vessel in France. As at the time of sign off, everything was perfect.
Thanks for explanation again. So. Yes. A little hard for you, because I request many things and many questions from your side. So before we ended our meeting, what is your advices to the marine engineering or marine departments candidates? What is your advice? What should they do? And do you advise to them to be a sailor or not? What is your idea?
Well, for me, yeah, I would advise the student, the marine candidates, to continue with the path. But like I said before, you have to be sure of why you are even a sailor. You have to love it. It's not, the salary is high, we know. But trust me, if you put the stress and the demands on a scale with the salary, it's not even enough. So it's more than money for you to want to be a sailor. So you have to genuinely love what you do, and you have to be informed, because every day there are new regulations, there are new things coming up. You have to know exactly what you want for yourself. If you want to be on the tankers, build your career on the tankers. If you want to be on the containers, build your career. You have to have a niche. You have to have a target. You have to know what you're doing. Because if you make any mistakes in this period that you are a student, it's going to be difficult to correct it when you become a full professional, in my opinion. I see it this way because, for example, you are applying for the job as a tanker, and the tanker companies are telling you, we need 6-year experience on the tankers. So you have to know these things. You have to know that, okay, if I want to be on the tankers, from my cadet period, I have to target the tanker companies. You just have to, yes, I know it's difficult because a lot of students are trying to get the cadets, and you can't really choose when you have an opportunity, but you can try your best. And then you can be rest assured that it will go your way for you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for all your honest approaches to all the case. I would like to ask as a last question for very, very small wordings. Do you would like to know something to your lecturers who is in the Cyprus? Now, today I arranged as a first time just from our green and the perfect island with its absolutely amazing.
It's beautiful.
So do you want to say something to your lecturers at the end of?
I want to thank all the lecturers of the Maritime faculty in University of Kyrenia, Cyprus. They have done a wonderful job. They all did a wonderful job. I especially want to thank Chief Engineer Dr. Volkan VARIŞLI.
Never mind. I will never accept such things. All right, I will.
No, I have to thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for joining here to give your time in this pandemic period. But you don't have any other better choice, I guess, in your own prison.
Yes, no choice.
So take care about yourself. Have a good voyages for the next further periods.
Yes.
Take care of yourself.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.